easy to get impressionable youth to gather in protest, to protest something that's, quote, unmet before, I think. And, you know, they're not really thinking about it, not studying the issue. Some of them might be. And, of course, there have been grave harm on you know, Palestinians have been shot and killed and wounded. But there was a ceasefire through October 7th, and it wasn't the Israelis who broke it. It was the Hamas and other people associated with Hamas, and what they did was reprehensible. And you know, I don't think it's very easy to say to Netanyahu from afar what we believe from the comfort and safety of New York he should do. Last I checked, no American is in charge of Israel.
Someone might be actively trying to thwart this broadcast right now.
Your broadcast?
Yes.
You want to move?
No, because they're going to follow us. Why do you keep filming me, lady?
We can move a little bit. Is that better?
We'll see. I mean, whoever would be doing it could just move over here and do it. No. But it's also just a huge number of people using mobile devices.
Right.
It could become...
And that's what happened to us when we were down at the Trump.
January 6th.
And also Trump.
Right, so we might have to...
What we could do, and we could consider doing, is going up to the Met.
Well, we'll just be standing there for hours.
Not hours. You know, you're going to start to see people arrive there. What time is it now? Is it
5:25?
5:30? Yeah, well, it's another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's hang out here for a little while. Oh, man, it looks like it broke the stream and started a new stream. That's what I did not want it to do. Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll have a sponsor exclusive director's cut.
All right.
But what I was getting at, Charles, is this German-American bund. It's quite dangerous because all these sentiments that are being stoked here among people, all the closeted hatred of Jewish people is coming to the fore now, and it's popularized. You know, if you're in college and your professor is out here screaming whatever they're screaming,
right,
that's perhaps a personal bias that shouldn't come into your education at school.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're going to pass the class.
Absolutely. And you know, you shouldn't have students of any makeup afraid to go to class because of who they are or what they believe, what they feel is important, or what they say is their view on an issue of any kind. I mean, universities should be open forums for people to express views and advance the frontiers of knowledge. It's clearly not what they've become, and the bias of these professors is overwhelmingly against conservatives. This is very close to out of control, I think. Right, because now they're more and more into the street.
It's already out of the police's control, clearly.
You know how you said like
Maybe, yeah, let's go right here. You want to be here, Jason?
Yeah.
I wanted you to have some. This is not going to support much weight.
Who's got the dirt box over here?
I thought they were going to. I thought they were going to have speeches. This was a rally.
I was told there would be pie, pizza, and coffee.
Look at this guy with his face covered.
In the car?
Two of them. See this billboard here, Jason?
That says Voice for Humanitarian Project or something. Voice for Human Project. Voice for Humanity Project. So that's probably a charity.
Probably.
Now the cops seem to be moving in a synchronized fashion. Yeah, they should close these streets and gain some control over what's going on here. This is insane. He told her she's disgusting.
Getting louder. Here's the WPIX 11 guy without his camera.
It's interesting to see the people who really don't want their faces to be seen. Masks up to the eyeballs. Fat lieutenant texting. You've heard of bad lieutenant, we should have fat lieutenant.
Surprised there aren't helicopters.
You know, I have a feeling this is a particularly difficult site to secure because it's hunkered in under the building.
Voice of Humanity.
That's what I was saying. That's the charity, I think. Damn, we're really having a lot of frozen images here. Well, it is being recorded, so I will produce a sponsor-exclusive director's cut of this after the fact. People will be able to see that on odyssey.com/@crowdsourcethetruth, crowdsourcethetruth.substack.com, and subscribestar.com and patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth. This guy's just out walking his dogs. think I've come up with a solution that might help the buffering. So hopefully people are getting a better view. So they're starting to march. Charles, you see
Yeah,
that?
I see that, but where are they going to go?
I guess to the Met. Or maybe they're just coming out to the street.
They're going downtown, I think.
Where is the Met?
The Met's at 80th Street.
Oh, really? I guess I'm thinking of MoMA. That's 59th.
Not very imaginative.
So here's these Jewish guys again in their car.
Here's one of those revolution pukes.
Yeah. So this is going to be creating basically a citywide traffic jam.
Right. There's a lot of rough-looking people who really don't want to be seen. Right.
I mean, what do they think that is going to do?
That guy's getting agitated. See the guy in the red keffiyeh?
Oh, yeah. Can almost hear that guy. Somebody's about to get a ticket for honking. Charles, you can almost hear that red Mafia guy. He's yelling so loud.
He's ready to, you know, he
Fingers
starts
in the
pointing
face.
Those kids are going to be
Smack
tempers
down.
are fraying.
It's almost like the mask is the universal symbol for falling for anything.
The cops are really mishandling this.
I agree. They're about to cause a crash. Yeah, this guy's got the water.
See, there's a guy in the red.
Screaming and going crazy.
How does it make sense to stand in a crosswalk? Sorry. So now the street is effectively blocked.
UPS has just had it.
What?
He's just kicking us.
Just chilling. Triple overtime. Good luck clearing the street. See, here come more and more of these protesters, Jason.
It really is like a mini January 6th, right?
It is. Of course, you won't see 500 people in prison the way you should. Streaming in.
This is nuts.
Yeah. They just keep coming.
I'm just saying the cops totally mishandling it. I don't think this person would be too popular in Palestine.
What?
I don't think that person would be too popular in Palestine. I saw a guy, maybe on Twitter, and he looked like he was, you know, kind of born in Palestine, but he was all done up in the non-binary, you know, wearing makeup and talking about how he can't get to see his relatives in Palestine. I think they'd kill him on sight.
I don't know, but I would guess you're right. I mean, how the cops could let where we were standing expand the way it has.
because they're just incompetent.
Who is this guy with his skateboard to our left? Sorry. Cornell West 2024, yeah. Does he have like 2 votes now?
I've seen that guy walking around.
Which guy?
This white
What was
guy
that?
with someone just dropped a water bottle. Just looks like he's walking around with a purpose, like he's some kind of, I don't know, coordinator. Now the cops are just standing around.
Donut time.
Get off the street, get off the street, get off the street.
It's got one cop who has nothing to say other than get off the street while they're all standing in the middle of the street.
All the other guys are in the street.
We're not blocking the traffic. I mean, there's just no coordination. None of them have any common sense. The training is obviously abysmal.
Look at this military dude here. Black balaclava, he's not a student. Right?
I don't think so.
That's it.
You piece of shit. Fuck you, motherfucker. She can suck my dick and so can you, motherfucker.
Oh, justice, love, and peace. Justice, love, and peace.
Do you know Saeed El-Attab? Do you know Saeed? Do you know Saeed El-Attab? Saeed El-Attab, do you know him? You don't know him?
Justice, love, and peace. Justice, love, and peace. God, my friend. Anybody. Justice, love, and peace.
Little action there.
Yeah, can't even spell divine.
I don't think that's a real movement.
No, it's
Be
fake.
realistic, you know what I mean?
I think that's a social engineering movement
Like that.
put together by Saeed El-Attab and the people
Right.
that motivate him to do
Justice,
things.
peace, and love.
Because if you think about it, how easy would that be to do?
Right.
And
Now he's streaming in with the crowd. That's CBS right there. Sorry.
You guys should go to Columbia. There's a Holocaust Remembrance Day there.
Today?
I think it's better than giving them attention.
That's a good point.
I don't like unsolicited advice from people
Right.
who I do know. I'm not going to take it from somebody.
Or we're not going to Columbia.
Of course not.
This is Holocaust Remembrance Day. That's true as well.
Well, I'm sure that's why they selected it.
Guy's back.
I hope you're right by your toes. They're gonna hang you by your toes, you asshole.
Do you think it's a real movement or just a bunch of guys who dress up as
Real
Hasidim?
movement. It started with a real movement.
But it's not a council, it's like 5 guys.
But I mean,
No,
isn't
no,
it?
no. This
Wouldn't
is-
it be? Wouldn't it be very easy?
Guys dressing up. They do this at every carnival that we have, every rally that we have. They come here, we ask them questions, and they have no response.
That's what I mean.
They don't know what they're standing for. I think they're
They
getting
standing
paid.
for-
That's what I'm saying. It's a fake
You
movement.
try to interact with them, have a discussion with them. 0 words out of their mouth.
Right, because they just dress up as Hasidim, voting for Palestine to incite people into
The real
craziness.
Hasidim from Williamsburg, they start wars, which is against Israel, because according to the rabbi from Hungary, they're pretty much the Mashiach will never come if Israel exists. So this is the extremist of the extreme, with no teeth.
No teeth, you said?
No teeth.
Why does he have no teeth?
Because they don't do any hygiene. They're the ones during the COVID. They're the ones who.
I don't think that they're
They are
authentic
horrible. They're absolutely
at all.
horrible.
I think that's a team put together by Saeed Elatab and his associates.
But we want to stay on the street, on the sidewalk, right?
The cops are all like, we're not going anywhere near that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Let's get away from that shit. Now sirens.
So it's 10 to 6. What time are you saying you want to head over to the...
Whenever you want. Whenever you feel like we're not really adding much. But I think what's happening is that guys like that over on the side are waiting until they can incite something. And I think if we stay over here, away from where it's going to be incited.
Well, I don't know. We were just almost right in the mix of it there.
Over there, yeah. Probably be safer over here.
So the way it is, this corner here is completely blocked by like.
I don't think cops should be allowed to have tattoos myself, but
when did they change that?
I don't know.
That looks like a college student.
Sorry, that's a private school.
Oh. Dude looked unfriendly.
Yeah. Are these the special response cops coming?
Not here, no.
Over there? The sound?
SRG they would have on there. They have different uniforms. None of these guys are them. Which is interesting. They had the SRG at Columbia on the last days. That sounds like an ambulance. No, it's a cop van. Well, it seems to have calmed down a little bit. Although maybe I spoke too soon. They just said,
get him out of here.
So we gotta go over here. That guy can't make the delivery, so you might as well eat the food.
Israel wins. We win. Israel the best. Israel's the best. Israel's the best. What do these stupid kids know? I'm Gen X. I know.
What do you know about these guys who are Hasidics?
Oh, Nathalie Karta. My father started their whole community. That's how come I know all the names, and they were like.
But are they legitimate or?
No, they're a fringe sect in the Haredi, the Satmar community, but they're a small family. They're a very small family. It's called. You have to look up Moshe, Barak, something like that. You'll see Nathalie Karta. Who started.
Thanks.
Yeah, they can screw themselves.
Take it
I mean,
easy.
I'm atheist. I'm an atheist, but I'm still Jewish. I'm a Jewish atheist.
Good to know.
Take it easy.
You liked it, Jason.
I guess.
Uh-oh, what's this?
I don't know.
That's a provocation.
Why are the cops letting them bring that if they're clearing everybody out? The cops do so much stupid stuff.
That's how they roll, Jason.
Stuck on stupid.
Exactly.
And then you have the cops in suits who think they're smart. They're actually just stupid in a suit.
Well, I mean, the way this should work is you should have, if you're going to have this kind of a protest, you should have to have a leader. You know, somebody should be filling out.
Well, a designated area that doesn't shut down Lexington Avenue and 68th Street.
Right. Everybody smells. What do you figure? Stick around or head
Let's
up?
just see. It seems like they're kind of clearing it out, but we should go up to the Met and see what's going on there.
Now they have music.
I think that's just somebody's car, no?
I don't know. Could be.
Seems like he's rushing everybody across the street, like they almost have something that they're planning to do. I think the music is this BMW, no?
Perhaps.
Yeah, that was sketchy.
Very sketch. But it does seem to be like de-escalating. Oh, here are the cops. More cops.
It's electric Mustang cops. The funniest thing is when I walk to a cop with a video camera in their face, then they turn on the body cam and say, "Oh, you're being recorded." It's like, oh no, now what? I said, don't make sure you don't erase that because we're going to listen to it during your deposition. Oh, now we got cops with lights on. I don't know, maybe something happened in there that caused them to break it up. Let's walk up to the Met. It seems
All right.
like nothing really happening here anymore.
Famous last words.
Right.
But let's go up either 5th or Madison or...
Seems like it might rain now.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, I mean, you know, Charles, you and I have a tendency to capture things like, I mean, even just that conversation with the guy who says he knows these anti-Israel Hasidics.
I've heard of that before. I've also heard of that sect before. Look at this. Antifa puke.
Here's Shakespeare and Co.
It's a good, yeah, it's a good bookstore.
I don't know, that was pretty poor performance by the police in my
It's
view.
absurd. I mean, each policeman is costing the city a lot of money. If you want to go...
Blowing out the tattoo budget.
Yeah, we won't.
We don't have the light there.
Yeah. What's the point? You know, I mean, if you're not really going to do much, Why have even the pretense that you're protecting the public?
Well, they get money.
I know.
I think that's where.
But this, where we're going right now, I think now in Soho and Tribeca and portions of the Village are actually more expensive than this is at this point. But this is the epicenter of super rich billionaire types.
Look at that rubbish. He's like the bishop of garbage.
These guys are reconnoitering the closest Dunkin' Donuts.
Ridiculous.
Glad you're working hard, guys.
Gotta have the phone out to text.
Yeah, you can't. You got to coordinate your Tinder date, or maybe even it's a grinder date.
I mean, if they're saying that, oh, that's how the cops coordinate stuff by text, really? So you have to distract your situational awareness from what's going on around you to receive operational information rather than having a radio in your ear, which is what's going on forever, so that you can look and be alert and still get information?
Yeah. I mean, determined terrorist types would rout the cops that I've seen in a nanosecond. Now maybe there's super good undercover cops that we can't see.
Maybe.
Well, I call bullshit. I doubt it. This place has been around for over 30 years.
What is that?
That's the restaurant I was in on Valentine's Day. We were working late. When I was working the chart group, when I had a younger guy, the two of us were, it was like 10 o'clock, so we said, let's go have dinner. And we went there. And at the end of the dinner, the waiter comes up and says, will you two be sharing, you two lovebirds be sharing a dessert?
On Valentine's Day.
We didn't even know it was Valentine's Day. It was like, it was hilarious.
That's an example of one of those things that if you're in the business of trying to get a tip.
Up here, this is, as I say, super expensive real estate, and there you have nearly falling down meth head. The top guy at Dillon Reed had a duplex apartment in that building, 142.
This one?
Yep. It's a very nice building.
They don't have central air, but that's just any kind of pre-war.
But he had two large apartments joined together.
Maybe he put in central air.
Oh, yeah, pretty nice. So, tonight at the Met, the Met is one of those establishment charities that rich people have been giving money to for a long time. And there's a fair amount of prestige associated with being a trustee of the Met. I know some of that because C. Douglas Dillon, Clarence Dillon, the chairman of Dillon Reed, when I started, was the chairman of the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
That's true.
And the family had been huge donors there.
Well, for anybody who maybe doesn't remember, that's the party that AOC will tax the rich or eat the rich or whatever.
Exactly. That's where we're headed now. We'll see.
But that dress was more than probably most people's annual salary.
It was a stunt. She should be working on legislation to help her constituents, something that she doesn't believe she has to do. Maybe she should focus on her wedding on the side. But the last thing she should be doing is going to a gala at the Met in a district. What's this guy doing?
Oh my God.
I shudder to think.
That's defecating.
Whoa.
What the hell is that guy doing?
I don't know.
Well, he just totally crashed into you. He must have gotten into a fight that he's running away from.
Yeah. He's a weirdo. He didn't hit me.
He didn't? He kind of tripped over you or something.
No, he just sort of nicked me. You want to keep going up Lex, or you want to go? He definitely was getting away from something, or trying to.
Yeah.
He's going into that building.
140.
So that these people, I bet you, are heading up to the Met.
Yeah. So what's happened is they've co-opted and somehow convinced black people that this is their struggle. But you see, if these black people who have been misguided by these deceptive social engineers would watch some of this stuff about the German-American Bund and realize how that kind of movement was able to gain so much support in the 1930s, it's because it was valid at that time to say that the United States was systematically racist. We had laws about where black people could go and where white people could go. And it was the same people who supported those ideas and those laws who wanted Nazism in the United States.
There were, I don't know, because as I've told you privately, I really haven't studied that period. I intend to, but I got a lot of things I'm trying to do now, and I've got certain things I just can't do at the moment.
Yeah.
But I believe that there was more support for the Nazis and
Than
for
not.
Well, maybe not than not, but there was much more than 1% of the American population.
Oh, it was millions of people were, and they said, I think they said 8 million Americans were like registered members of this German-American Bund.
Right.
And they had summer camps that they sent little kids to.
Right.
And it was all about, this is patriotic American Christian values.
I bet you these people are going to the net. Ugh.
Yeah, we just got hit by some nasty
It's
swamp
right
gas
there.
from
It's
the
right
sewer.
coming out of the grate. We got delayed here.
But, I mean, it's interesting to see how that level of hatred is able to bubble up.
Well, there really is. I mean, there is more than an inconsequential percentage of people in the West are anti-Semitic. I mean, it's shocking that they would be.
And the other thing that was interesting about this documentary is that, around 1938 or something, they sort of smashed this German-American Bund.
Well, that's when Pharaoh was enacted, right?
Yes, and actually the guy was charged with failing to register as a Nazi agent, and they kicked him out. Fritz
Kunt?
Yeah. And but what they were saying is, they ended that club and they kicked out the leader, but there were still 8 million people
Back then. So how
who
many
were
are
down
there?
with all of that.
And that's when the population of America was tiny compared to what it is now. I mean, I believe in 1980 the population of America was about 180 million. That's
Wow.
1980. Now it's like 335. So, and people are having fewer kids. So I would
And
guess
letting them run free on the street
free will.
unsupervised.
Yeah,
It's
their
not
call.
smart.
Yeah.
Well, so now that we're away from that crowd, it seems to be working totally fine. Here's a dog with shoes.
You want to walk up Fifth, or do you want to walk
Sure.
up Madison, or which?
Oh, well, let's see. We got police activity here on Madison.
I would bet they have police guards in front of this thing. If they don't, they're
Definitely.
stupid.
No, they absolutely must.
They said that, I mean, there was that article that I sent you in the Post that said they're preparing for violence. See, here's some more. Right?
Yeah.
That's
But I mean, really, what does that Met have to do?
and there are some Israelis supporters. So I think we're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Maybe let's go.
Okay.
And there's the Palestinian truck headed up there. This is, I remember when I was a kid going to Brooks Brothers and seeing Ralph Lauren as a shirt salesman.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because he was very distinctive looking.
See, now wait a minute. That Palestinian truck.
Go this way?
See, I wonder if that is somehow disrupting the broadcast. Got near it, it seemed to stutter.
Yeah, I also, speaking of stuttering, I sent around that article.
Obama, yeah.
I don't recall Obama stuttering when he was
Seemed
president.
nervous.
Yeah, and he tries to be avuncular, really on a complex topic. Well, I'm the only former sitting president in the room, so I know about things about life that you'll never know, and therefore I'm going to give some fucking bullshit answer. And then when you try to challenge me, I'll say to you, "Were you the president of the United States?" And you have to say
Did
no.
he say that?
Well,
I didn't listen to the whole thing. He called them Bill and Joe,
I know.
which you don't often hear.
I call him Barry.
Yeah, B-Rock.
Now that guy's headed downtown. This is the
9, landmark of New York. It's a weird 9.
Built in 1894. Wow.
Well, what is this?
I don't know. Doesn't say. I think this is a library. I could be wrong. There's a private library around here somewhere.
They don't want you going.
Might be
in.
up on 79th. But you know, this is to try to get into. There were the chairman of Dillon Reed, I think, had an apartment in that one, and back in the day, it was tough to get into these buildings. Expensive, maintenance is high. And there are no food markets around
Yeah.
here, you know, so it's.
Well, they figure you're going to restaurants.
Or you're sending your staff out to get your food. Now look, here's some
Ah,
plates.
yes. Well, maybe the police knew something that we didn't know. Like maybe that thing was a big distraction
Decoy.
from the actual whatever it is that's going to go down.
We'll see in a second. I don't see.
Police
They're
on
going the wrong
mopeds.
way.
Well, that's why they're cops. You pass the test, whoever has the stupidest approach gets hired.
Yeah.
Okay, so right?
I'm getting fed all Facebook reels, and there are some smart cops, I'm sure, but there's one some, you know, same topic where cops are stopping drunk drivers, and this cop says to a drunk driving woman, "Do you know why I'm standing here?" And she immediately fires back and says, "Yes, because you had a C average in high school."
Not a good way to get out of the
No.
ticket.
No. And I don't know if it was that one or a similar one where the person was drinking out of a vial
During the stop.
during the stop, and the cop says, "Ma'am, are you drinking alcohol?" No, I'm not. I'm drinking water." And he takes the vial and he drinks it and he spits it out. He says, "No, that's not water. It's wine." Praise Jesus, the woman says.
Oh, because
It
she
just turned water
converted
into
the-
wine.
Yeah. Boy, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think that these are staged, I believe.
Maybe, that's right. Yeah, people are doing that just to get clicks on videos.
Now, I hear noise. You can hear it in the distance. Maybe it's just somebody shouting, but we're 6 blocks away.
I
Roughly.
do think I hear it.
That's an expensive piece of real estate. People are yelling. I don't know if it's a kid.
Yeah, it does sound like a chant that we're getting closer to.
And it's for people who can't tell. I saw when we passed a bus thing with temperature, it said it was 71 degrees.
Yeah, it was pretty
Which
warm.
is pretty warm. Oh, I knew what I was going to tell you. When I came home, did you park your Bentley SUV with Montana plates in front of my house?
No. But here's a Maybach with 33 on the plates.
Wow.
You know, there's another major flaw in this Palestinian argument where they are saying that Israel stole the land. It's basically, not challenged that Judaism has been around for
Longer than
almost
Islam.
6,000 years, right? And I mean, it is in the Bible and all that, the land of Judea.
Helicopter.
So, I mean, how do they account for that part?
They don't. Yeah, that's definitely chanting.
Yeah. And, but, I mean, I'm not trying to get involved in the, we had it first and blah, blah, blah kind of argument.
Whoa, they're going the wrong way up Fifth Avenue.
Something must be happening.
Our instincts are good. When it comes to sussing out trouble, what do you do? What are these people doing? We don't have a light.
That's crazy, yeah.
Oh, I guess he's stopped. We can go.
To getting out of the car.
Good.
That was literally a Chinese fire drill. Did you see that? To open the doors, 2 Chinese guys ran out, switched seats, and got back in.
Ate some mugu gai pan.
Well, that's what you used to call a Chinese fire drill.
I know.
Now, what are they doing here? They're turning around, doing laps.
Doing daisies. Coming after us.
Probably. They're like, no.
These are-
They're closing the street. Are they? No, they're just parking.
Oh yeah, this is there a cops right here? Is that one of those Jewish wagons?
Mitzvah tank?
Yeah.
It looks more like the weed thing.
But there are quite a few cops here. And is there a synagogue near here?
I don't know.
School.
American flag.
We have the light. Oh, Israeli flags.
Hey, that's the guy that was just
Yeah.
yelling at Hunter. So that guy's riding around
Right.
on the city bike, stoking chaos.
That's how they roll. This, you could see how this, if you could buy a place in this area for a modest sum, it would be a nice place to live.
Yeah, but they're millions, aren't they?
Millions, tens of millions, and then there's more cops over here. And then you have the very real prospect of federal taxes going up, city taxes going up, state taxes.
Letitia James saying, "Oh, we're going to take that."
What are all these vans? These black vans.
Charles, we should talk a little bit about the Trump trial and how, for the 10th time, that judge is finding Trump in contempt, and people are like, "Oh, he's trying to get arrested," but obviously he's challenging this unconstitutional.
It's outrageous.
Order. Now, why is the sidewalk blocked here?
I don't know, but it seems like there are lots of. Maybe the celebrities go in these vans up to the Met or something.
So the sidewalk is off limits. See, they got this. Oh, look, that is some Met weirdo right there, isn't it?
Maybe. Didn't see you.
Who is that guy? That guy gets all the police. Regular people, no.
Watch it, Jason.
Yeah, so if you're Elon Musk or these people and you want to strangle somebody on the street, the cops will protect
I think
that.
it's different celebrities are.
I don't really give a shit about celebrities.
Well, that's what this is all about. The different celebrities vie to go. Oh, there is. See the flags there?
Yeah.
So we made a good call.
These black vans look like they're either transporting